And then start. I'm gonna kick us off tonight. So hey guys, can you hear me? Yeah?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. All right, cool. In case you missed it, I'm gonna apologize in advance for whatever filter I've got going on. It's like kind of hazy over here. Sorry about that. Anyway, my name is Joran, and I have been with Plexus for 3 years. I love it. I love to share about it. So I'm just really excited to get to share a little bit with you guys tonight. Thank you so much for being here and for giving us your time this evening. We are going to try really hard to keep all of our stories concise and to the point, and we're just excited to share. So I want to just tell you before we all jump in, the goal of tonight is really for all of us to share our stories with you and to kind of give you an idea. Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that, but we live on a busy street and a motorcycle just zoomed by. It was super loud. Anyway, we want to give you guys an idea of what our products are all about, what our company is all about, and just really, I just think it's so exciting to get to show you the wide range of different things that our products can help people with. So you're going to see people that have had a wide range of health issues and a wide range of goals and how we've all reached those goals. So it's really exciting. So our company, what makes our company really different is that, Plexus is really all about getting to the root issue of people's health issues. So there's really a misconception out there that our products are all about weight loss, and that's just really not true. Granted, a lot of people do want to lose weight, and our products do help a lot of people with that. But ultimately, what our products aim to do is to help people to really get to the root issues of what's going on in their bodies. And that's why I just am so passionate about it and so excited, because I'm someone that, I've never even liked to take Advil for a headache. I'm all about why is this happening? What can I do to really fix the problem rather than masking the symptoms? And, a lot of modern medicine and a lot of what we do today is really just about slapping a Band-Aid on whatever symptoms we have. So our products are really aiming to address main concerns in the body, those being number 1, blood sugar imbalance, which I learned a ton about, and it's super fascinating. But most people spend their days going on a blood sugar roller coaster, and it totally can mess up your hormones and just throw your body completely out of whack. So blood sugar balance is super important. Inflammation is huge. Most, due to our diet in America, most of us suffer from a lot of inflammation in our body. That inflammation can cause all kinds of other issues. And gut health. If you've been following any of us on Facebook or seen any of our posts, you've probably seen us post about gut health and how important it is. So, when your gut microbiome is out of balance, and when your bad bacteria is heavily outweighing your good bacteria, you're going to have a host of issues. Those can range anywhere from anxiety to eczema to hormone problems to, skin problems. There's just a huge range. So it's really exciting to think about how our products can address those issues. So with that, what you're going to hear tonight is you're going to hear a little bit just from several women on our team, and just about how these products have helped to change our lives and how this business has helped to change our lives. And we do this because we love to see other people's lives change too. And so I just sit back and enjoy the stories, and maybe there's something that you will be able to relate to. And I just hope that you're inspired tonight. So I'm going to start just really briefly with my own story. As I said, I joined Plexus over 3 years ago. At the time, I had an infant. He was about 8 months old when I joined. And I don't know if I was going through maybe a little bit of delayed postpartum issues or what was happening with me, but my anxiety had become really extreme. I'm an extremely social, outgoing person, and I kind of hit this strange place in my life where I was fearful to be outside or out in public. It was very strange. I felt the first thing when I woke up in the morning, I felt like I couldn't breathe, almost like an elephant was sitting on my chest. So I had extreme anxiety, which was very new for me and very strange. So there was that. I also was having a lot of skin issues. I was getting a lot of hormonal type of breakouts and just feeling really uncomfortable in my own skin. I was also having major digestive problems, going to the bathroom frequently, much more than normal, multiple times every morning. And I just knew that my body was completely off. So I was really, and my energy was really low and I was having bad sleep issues. So falling asleep wasn't a problem for me at night, but staying asleep was a big problem. So I was really at a point where I thought, I either need to just go the med route, get on some meds for my anxiety, go see a GI specialist, figure out what's going on with my gut, get on some medication. I was ready to do that. And like I said before, that's not really me. I'm not the type of person that's like, yeah, sign me up for, all the meds. So, kind of in a last ditch effort to figure out what was wrong with me, I decided to reach out to my friend Sarah, who had previously given me some samples of Plexus. The timing wasn't right for me. I wasn't ready to jump on board, but I thought, you know what? Now is the time. It's kind of now or never. I got to give this stuff a try. And really what I noticed was within the first couple of weeks, I noticed a huge improvement in my energy and I started sleeping. And it's the weirdest feeling when you've suffered from insomnia. It's the weirdest feeling to like wake up in the morning and be like, whoa, like, did I just sleep? Did I just sleep soundly? It's like the most amazing feeling. So my sleep improved. My energy improved. Everything just was so much better, and it just felt amazing. So that was kind of the first thing, and then probably within maybe a month or so, I started to notice my anxiety lessen. I was noticing I was able to take deep breaths throughout the day, just normal things for anybody that doesn't suffer from anxiety. I was able to go back out in public and enjoy myself and, breathe throughout the day and not feel my heart racing, and just all these things that were just made me feel normal again. So that was really exciting. And then finally, after a few months on the products, I began to see my digestive issues improve greatly. So I really can't say enough good things about the products and what they've done for me. And I know some women on here also have amazing stories. But the business has also been a huge blessing to me too. At the time, like I said, my son was 8 months and I was looking at potentially having to go back to work. So it just kind of fell in my lap at the perfect time where I started kind of growing an accidental business. I shared with some friends because I loved it. And before you knew it, that was kind of snowballing into me making an income with this business. So it's definitely just an amazing, amazing opportunity for moms. I feel so blessed that I've now been able to stay home with him. He's almost 4 and I've been home with him the whole time. And my husband's a teacher and we live in Southern California. So it's pretty much impossible to live here on just a teacher's salary. So, my income has been steadily close to the $2,000 a month mark over the past over a year. And I'm just really blessed to be able to have this business and, to get to share health and happiness with others. So with that, I'm going to pass it along to Heidi. And Heidi, you can take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heidi. I've been with Plexus since April. I was at a point where I was at a point where I was just unhappy with how I looked in the mirror. My husband would tell me, you're beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, that's nice. I don't believe you. And so I knew I had to do something. I tried working out. I tried changing my diet. I tried everything under the sun. I had actually tried Plexus about a year before that and was not consistent with it. So I didn't see any change and figured, oh, this doesn't work. But then my friend Krista was like, you've got to try it again. You need to be consistent. And they were doing a 21-day challenge. So I was like, I can do anything for 21 days. We'll just give it 21 days and it probably won't work. So I'll probably just be done then. And actually within the first week, I started losing weight. I started losing inches. I was like, oh my gosh, I finally found something that's starting to move the scale a little bit. And for me, that was what I needed at that moment to kind of get my my confidence back, my motivation back. And I didn't realize how many other problems, health problems I was having at the time, because my whole mind was focused on my weight and what I looked like in the mirror, as shallow as that sounds. But I didn't realize that, I was tired all the time. I have 2 little ones, and I'd get home and just want to go to bed. I didn't want to play with them. I didn't want to, do anything because I was just so tired. And I noticed that was another huge thing that started changing for me is I actually am one that has a hard time falling asleep. And so I was able to fall asleep a lot faster. And so I was like, okay, I have to do this. And so I told my husband, I was like, I want to do this more consistently. I want to stay on this. And he's like, well, financially, I just don't know. My husband and I are both teachers in California, so I understand the salary of teachers here too. And so I was like, well, just give me 2 months. Let me try it for 2 months. And if all of a sudden this was a fluke, 21 days, or it's not working, or I can't figure out how to pay for it, then I'll stop. And so for me, that was my motivation to get my business end starting to go. And within my 2nd month, I was able to reach silver, which ended up paying for my products. And so luckily, I haven't had to pay for my products since the 2nd month. I've been fairly consistent in growing the business. And so that's been wonderful. So I've been able to try different products and find what works for me. In fact, I even got my husband on some of the products now. And so it's been a blessing to me, not only for my health, but to get my energy back to be a better mom. I'm an AP English teacher, and so I need that little extra boost of energy to get all that grading done and still want to have time at home with my kids. So it's been a really amazing journey for me, and hopefully, maybe one day I'll be able to stay at home with my kids. So that's my kind of end goal and something that I'm working towards. And it's just been a really, really great experience for me. And I've learned, though, that the only way that Plexus will work for you is if you are consistent. We say that all the time, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, but it's really honestly true. Just like anything in your life, consistency really is what's going to get you somewhere. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Heidi. Your story is so inspiring, watching you just help so many people so fast too. Love that. Okay, I don't know, Jordan, if I have the right schedule, but I'll let you say who's next because I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. I believe it is Rachel. I can check. Rachel, does that sound right? I think you're next. Go ahead and unmute Rachel. I'm pretty sure she's next. I'm looking at my schedule right here. But
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So like I said, my name's Rachel, and my story, I'll try to keep it brief. I know she said 5 minutes. But it began, I don't know, before I had kids. So over, 12 years ago, 11, 12 years ago. I had a pretty stressful job at the time, and I just remember I couldn't lose weight. I was about 15, 20 pounds more than I weigh now. No matter what I did, I tried exercise and same thing, changing my diet. I was constantly like breaking out on my face. I was just had this negative outlook on life, just all that kind of stuff. And so that kind of set me on the path of starting to look into more natural supplements. And because I kind of like Joran said, I'm not one to reach for medication or the quick fixes or anything like that. Like I've always tried to do things naturally, but sometimes diet just isn't enough, or you're not doing the right diet, or there's so many conflicting ideas on what a good diet is, so it can be confusing. So fast forward a few years, when we moved up to Idaho, our neighbor was a naturopathic doctor. And so we started learning just a ton about natural health, about gut health, your microbiome. I don't know if you've ever heard that term, but it has to do with the balance of bacteria in your body, and you want a balance. There should be 80% quote unquote good bacteria and 20% bad bacteria, but unfortunately most Americans have that flip-flop, which can cause cascading effects in your whole body. So I learned about Plexus from my friend Amanda, and I know I had been on the search for a good probiotic because I know how important it is to regularly take probiotics, but there's just so many out there, it's hard to know what to take. So I started taking that and the Slim Drink and one of the other products called BioCleanse. And one of the first things that I noticed was just regularity. So you'll notice when you're in the Plexus business that we talk about poop a lot. So just to warn you, TMI. But my husband, he was only going to the bathroom about twice a week before he started Plexus, and then which is terrible for you because those toxins just sit in your body and you actually reabsorb in your intestines, reabsorb back those toxins that are sitting there. So it's terrible for you. And then I wasn't as bad as he was, but it was still hard to go to the bathroom. Like it didn't come easy. I know that's like TMI, but unfortunately a lot of people suffer from that. So one of the first things I noticed is actually being regular and going to the bathroom like you should. The whole like analogy of cars coming in, cars going out. If there's 3 cars going in a day, 3 should come out. I also noticed that I'm a homeschooling mom of 4, and I noticed that I wasn't as tired throughout the day. I used to teach my kids and we'd have a quiet time every day, and I would just go to my room and I'd hit the pillow and I'd crash. I'd take a nap, and I'd have to do that every single day. And I was also not waking up in the morning until my kids woke me up. And now I can wake up a couple hours before they wake up. And I love that time that I have, and I don't feel like I need a nap throughout the day. So that's huge, just having that energy. I also noticed my sugar cravings going down. I have a terrible sweet tooth, and so I'm the type of person who would scrounge the pantry for any chocolate or like eat my kids' Halloween candy or anything like that. And I noticed my sugar cravings going down, especially they just introduced a new product last month called MetaBurn, and I started taking that. And that has been even more so, along with the triplex, but even more so reducing the sugar cravings. I mean, obviously I still think that desserts taste good, but I honestly don't feel the need or the craving that I used to feel, which is just awesome to not have that, to not have food have that control over you. I remember when I was in college, I'd literally wake up in the morning and couldn't wait to like, what am I gonna have for breakfast? What am I gonna have for lunch? What am I gonna have for dinner? Like all I thought about was food and being hungry. And I just love the freedom that when you're healthy and your blood sugar is balanced, like Jordan was saying, your gut is balanced, you don't have that constant thought and craving about food. You can enjoy food, but it doesn't have a power over you, which is so huge. A better mood, I feel like, with my kids, just not feeling so edgy or losing my temper so quickly because you just feel so much better, which is awesome. So that's just a little bit about my health testimony. And as far as the business, it has pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I have made so many friends that I never would have. I am not naturally an outgoing person. I'm normally a homebody and just an introvert, and it's just really pushed me to grow as a person, which has been an unintended side effect, and I just love that it's, teaching me to work on myself as well. So that's one thing that I really love about the business. So that's just a little bit about my story. So thanks for listening.
Thanks, Rachel. That was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. So up next, I believe we have Sandra. So Sandra, if you're ready to hop on, just feel free to unmute yourself, and we're moving right along. Good job.
I'm ready. Okay.
Hey.
Thanks, Rachel. All these people are here are people I've met through Plexus and can't even imagine not knowing now. And some of them are family, and I had to strong arm them into doing this with me. But they're here now, so that's good. I'm going to set a timer because I could talk forever. But I heard about Plexus from Watch, I didn't push start. I heard about Plexus from Joran. Joran is my sponsor. And at the time, my son was just about, he was over a year. He was about a year and 4 months or so. And I suffered severely with my first child from postpartum depression and anxiety. And I mean, severely. I had to have constant care. And like my mom or my sister was at my house every single day, helping me get into the shower, helping me put on clothes. I just sobbed all day long. I can remember thinking that I was going to like damage my, I don't know, whatever you call it, your tear ducts. I was just always swollen and there was no reason to cry. I have the best husband, hands down, on the planet. He's so supportive. We wanted a child. We both had great jobs. It just was awful. Like I can't, like hell on earth. My heart was so sad and I had no reason to be sad. And I mean, even to this day, when I think back into those times, I feel like PTSD. Like I don't ever want to go back to the dark place again. So if you all know anybody who ever suffers with that, know that I'm an open book and that I'm there for anybody. Strangers are welcome, because that's what helped me the most was hearing other people's stories. But she reached out to me for that reason and was giving me lots of testimonies about postpartum and how your gut is linked to your serotonin. Up to like 85 to 90% of serotonin is produced in your gut. So you have to keep your gut healthy. We've all been on antibiotics. Our American diet is pretty poor. Just so many different things can affect your gut, birth control, all sorts of things. I also had migraine headaches for 20 years, hormonal migraine headaches. And I also had some insomnia issues, not being able to sleep well. And then I have a history of anxiety and depression in general. So I finally said, yes, let's try this, because I was starting to feel better, but I still didn't feel like myself. I still was taking a Xanax every single day. I was on 3 different medications for anxiety and depression, one of which was an antipsychotic, which I loved taking. I'm sure you can imagine the different side effects of that. So I didn't want to be married to them the rest of my life. I literally did not know what was happening to me. So I started with Joran and I started with Triplex. We were working on getting my gut healthy. I started with the Slim, and I would say a month or so into taking the products consistently, I forgot to take a Xanax, and I was like floored. It was like every single morning, the weight on my chest of like doom and despair started to just feel like it wasn't so bad anymore. And so I drank that Slim like it was my antidepressant. And so that's when I started to get really excited that I could see a turn in the corner. I do not recommend going off cold turkey from any antidepressants or anxiety meds. And for everything there's a season. So it took some time to wean off of them, but I came off of all of them. I was off every single medication for about 1.5 years. I've had some bumps in the road, but I just had a second child, and I don't have postpartum. And I swear to you, if I was sitting in front of you when Scotty was 5 months old, I wouldn't be sitting here, because I literally thought about suicide all the time. So it's been the coolest thing to be able to bond with my child and make up for lost time with Scotty. Like night and day, I'm like, oh, that's why people have kids. It's not supposed to feel like that, and bless Scotty's heart. He is the best little boy anybody could ever ask for. None of it was his fault. But anyway, so that has been a huge blessing to me. Obviously, you can imagine if you've ever dealt with anxiety and depression, trying to do that with a child is just, it doesn't work. Beyond that, I can't remember the last time I was bloated. I had severe bloating issues. Like, I was a teacher. I had to shut the door and like plank on the student desks to get relief from like gas buildup in my body. I have no shame, I'll tell you right now. Those poor students after lunch would probably wonder what was going on in there during lunch, but every single like day, sometimes a few times a week, like for years and years and years. I can remember my cousin saying, you know, it's not that you're like overweight, it's just your belly sticks out really far. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's my bloat, thanks. Anyway, not the cousin that's on here. That's what we're so cool, Christine. And then let's see, working from home. I'm going over 5 minutes. See, I'm gonna wrap it up. Working from home has been really awesome.
Don't rush.
I've been
Don't
bringing
rush. You're fine.
about $2,000 a month in my biggest season. I had brought in like over 4,000 a month. So, I mean, it's just been so great being able to help pay the mortgage and everything else that comes with having 2 kids. And also just getting to hear other people's testimonies, people texting you saying, hey, oh my gosh, I'm not napping every day. Oh my gosh, I can sleep through the night again. Just all sorts of different things you hear from your customers and your ambassadors. And then this team right here sitting with us. My sister is in Idaho, my cousin's in Montana, but we have Plexus and her good friend Dixie and Rachel all the way out in Idaho, all their Idaho team. It just have been such a blessing to me when I need prayer, when I need anything. I would have never known all these people without Plexus. So we just love it. That's it. Take it away, Jordan.
Okay, sorry. That was awesome. I know every time I have to unmute myself and change my video and it takes a second. Thank you for sharing that. I love your story. Whenever you get emotional, then I get emotional because we're such good friends. And I always think about how amazing it is that this opportunity came to me and then I was able to pass it along to you, and just the way that it's, changed our lives. It's so amazing.
Well, and Jordan got to see firsthand.
I did. Yes. We've been there through some crazy times together, but that's what friendship's all about. So with that, we are going to pass it on to Dixie, who's up in Idaho. And Dixie, take it away, girl.
Awesome. Thank you. Sandra, that was so good. You always make me tear up. Okay, so my name is Dixie Leadham. Can you guys hear me? Good. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. My name is Dixie Leadham, and I signed up under Amanda Rodenbaugh. We met, I think I was teaching her daughter dance when we met. I was a competitive dancer all my life, and then danced through college, and then decided to teach dance in this little town of Marsing here. So we met through that, and then somehow, I think we connected on Facebook, and I kept seeing her crazy Facebook posts, and finally thought okay, I gotta lose this baby weight. I've had my second child, and I was feeling tired and just hangry all the time. Everybody else has talked about all of these things. I felt mean, I would snap at my husband for no reason. And I needed caffeine, nonstop. But the thing is, I don't really think it was the caffeine, because it was I needed a Moxie Java Milky Way. I think it was more the sugar that I wanted. So enter Plexus, and first of all, I just lost weight like crazy. The first month, I think I lost 10 pounds. And I've been doing Plexus 2.5 years now, and I think I'm down to I've lost 25 pounds so far. And I'm not at a plateau at all. It just keeps slowly coming off. So that is awesome. But one thing that I did not know that Plexus would help with is my eczema. I've had that my whole entire life. And my mom would take me to the doctor, and they would be like, oh, it's probably the winter, or maybe, try changing her laundry detergent or her soap in the shower or something. So I swear we went through hundreds of detergents and soaps, and it was just always the same. So when I started Plexus, I started noticing less and less eczema, but also what I really think it was is my gut was insane. It was just, I think I just had tons of candida overgrowth, and I couldn't figure out what my triggers were. So when I finally got my gut cleaned out, then I was able to introduce things one at a time. And so now I know that I'm very sensitive to gluten, and I'm very sensitive to dairy, but I would never have known that because it was just everything was kind of a mess in there, so I couldn't kind of pinpoint what it was. So now when I eat like ice cream or pizza, like I start to feel it, but I don't have to take a Benadryl at night, and I don't have like these crazy itching attacks all night long. At one point, my mom took me to the doctor, and they would just like fill me full of like hormones, or not hormones, like hydrocodone, or like just full of pills and like ointments all over my body. And so, oh my gosh, this keeps dinging. Sorry guys, I'm gonna turn this off so I can focus. Anyways, so the ointments actually like took the pigment out of my skin. So when I got married, I had a backless dress, and I just had spots all over my body of where the eczema was, and it was like the ointment had taken the pigment out of my skin. So that was super awesome. We just covered it up with makeup and went on with life. But so it's really helped that, and you know, I don't feel like a crazy person anymore, and I actually don't I don't even drink caffeine anymore. I just do decaf in the morning, and I don't need my sugar. I use sugar-free creamer or just full-fat cream, and I just am feeling awesome. Let me see what else I have on here. You know, meeting all these people has been awesome too. We actually won a cruise to the Bahamas this year, and we built a new house, and that wouldn't have been possible without our my extra Plexus income. So that was super super awesome. And yeah, I feel happier and just able to do more with my kids, and we're able to afford like all the extra activities that we do. So that's basically all I have.
Thank you so much, Dixie. I love that. I saw your post the other day with your eczema, and I mean, definitely like a noticeable difference. I mean, we're not just talking about a little dry patch here or there. Like it was, you know, you definitely have had a noticeable difference. So that's so exciting. Thank you for sharing, and congrats on the weight loss and just all the exciting changes that you've seen. Okay, next we have two people left. We're going to hear from Amanda, and then we're going to hear from Krista, and she's going to wrap it up. So we are right on schedule, maybe even a few minutes ahead of schedule. So good job, everyone. And Amanda, take it away. I can't hear her. Are you muted? Are you muted? I can't hear you. Or maybe, can you guys hear? Maybe make sure is something on your phone that you might need to unmute, possibly.
Maybe we can have Krista go while she figures that out, and then have her pick up.
Sure, yeah. So Mandy, while Krista's going, see if you can figure out, sometimes it might be a setting on your phone. Like if you go into your phone or whatever you're on, see if there's like a speaker issue there. Anytime I've had issues with that, it's been like on my end, like I need to fix my settings so that my microphone's working. So yeah, we can have Krista go, and then we can come back to Mandy at the end, go back to Krista and have her wrap up for us. Does that sound good? So Mandy, just work on trying to talk, and if you interrupt Krista, it's fine. Sound good? Okay. So she just sent a message. Let's see. Oh, she says, got it. Says, got it. Hold up. Is that her trying to talk right now? It almost sounds like a little. So Mandy, we can hear you, but not too clearly. Okay, I'm not getting anything. Are you guys hearing her? Okay. Oh, it looks like she logged off for a second. She'll probably try to log back on. So let's go ahead and go to Krista, and then we'll come back to Mandy if she can get her phone figured out. So Krista, take it away.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. So first of all, aren't these stories amazing? I love hearing all of the different ways that Plexus has been a huge blessing to every individual and every family, honestly, on here. So my name is Krista Saxon. I am in California, in Central California, originally from Minnesota, and I'm glad I'm not there today because it's like -50. But anyways, I have been with Plexus for over 4.5 years, and it has just been a huge blessing to myself and my family. So I started after a friend of mine shared about the products, my friend Sarah, and I've always been someone that's been interested in health and wellness. And I was really excited to see what these products were all about. But honestly, I thought I would probably try them for a month or two and probably quit after that. I love supporting other people, but I don't normally stick with things. So sadly to say, but I was interested though, because I was a new mom with a little baby. I was exhausted. I was sleeping horribly. Um, Headaches almost daily, like just little tiny headaches every day, sometimes migraines. I lived for my coffee in the morning and either Diet Coke or a nap every single afternoon. I needed one of those. And my sugar cravings were just all over the place. I either wanted ice cream or cereal every night before bed. And I was living on Tylenol PM. I was having horrible knee pain just from inflammation. And my doctor prescribed a very strong anti-inflammatory, a very strong ibuprofen. And I just wasn't super excited about taking that. And so I decided, let's try Plexus and see what this has to offer. I wasn't looking for weight loss. I wasn't someone who needed to lose weight, but I had all these other issues going on. And the more I dug into the research on gut health and inflammation and blood sugar balance, I realized this is where all of my symptoms are stemming from. So I noticed right away that it was helping with my energy. I didn't feel like I needed that afternoon nap anymore. I felt rested when I woke up in the morning. I wasn't hitting snooze multiple times in the morning. My headaches started going away, and I eventually threw away my migraine medicine. I no longer crave pop or soda, as everyone in California calls it. And I actually drink decaf coffee in the morning. So I don't need the caffeine anymore, which I am so, so thankful for. Our products have helped my son's eczema. He has had horrible skin issues since he was born. And if I am consistent with the products, it really helps with his dry, itchy skin. I also started getting some anxiety this year. I've been on birth control since high school, and I finally decided last fall to go off of it completely. I was done with it. I was tired of taking birth control. If you've done any research, you might know why. But I went off of it, and after that, I started noticing some anxiety. And then my 2-year-old daughter at the time ended up at Stanford in the cardiac ICU for heart issues. We were there for a month. And of course, that led to even more anxiety this year. And I was consistent with our products. I started increasing some of our products and adding some of our products into my regimen. And it's really been helping, kind of what Jordan was talking about earlier, just that like pressure, not being able to get a deep breath. I was experiencing all of that, but now it's really been helping all of those symptoms. So to say that we will be a forever Plexus family is an understatement, because we will be. All 4 of us, my husband and I and our 2 kids, all take our products on a daily basis. My daughter asks for her pink drink daily. So I would rather have her drink some pink drink rather than ask for juice or pop, actually. But like I said, I started without any expectation of what this was going to be. And little did I know that this opportunity with Plexus would turn into an amazing business. And it's just from sharing the products with other people through, Facebook and Instagram, and just sharing with friends and family what I've experienced, and like what you've heard tonight, what all of my friends have experienced. As a stay-at-home mom, I'd worked full time prior to having my son, and we just knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom after I had my son, but I still had the desire in me to do something outside of my mom duties. And so when this opportunity arose, I ran with it, and it has become a huge, huge blessing. I basically work during nap time or rest time, or whenever I can get a few minutes here and there. I definitely don't spend 8 hours a day like I was doing with my typical desk job. And I love that. I do a lot of training videos while I'm at the gym, or I message people at the gym, and it just works for me that way. So I love being able to be at home with my kids, but also bringing in a full-time salary, an income that has matched my full-time salary. So, on a typical month, I am bringing in about $5,500 a month. And that can vary just depending on the month, So what I love about Plexus is that there is an opportunity for every single person, whether you're wanting to make, an extra $100 a month, maybe it's an extra $1,000 a month to cover a bill, or maybe it is, a couple thousand to $10,000 a month. Whatever it is, there's an opportunity for you. But it's not just about the money. To me, it's about the friendships, the connections, helping people really find what they're looking for, whether it's health and wellness, or whether it's financial freedom, whether it's just finding a team or a group of people or friends to be acquainted with. I have made a ton of new friends. Half of these ladies on this call I didn't know prior to Plexus, and it's just been so fun getting to know them, and getting reacquainted with some old friends as well. And the other bonus that has been an absolute blast is the trips that I have been able to take with Plexus. I always wanted one of those jobs that had trips attached to it. And I always worked in college admissions, and my radius was like 40 miles from my hometown. So that never really flew. So it never really did anything for my travel bug. But since starting Plexus, I've been to Arizona, to Las Vegas 3 times, to Dallas, Orlando 3 times. And then I was just on the cruise to the Bahamas in October with Joran, and it's just been an absolute blast. So whatever it is that you're looking for, Plexus can definitely fill that for you. So honestly, this opportunity is for everyone. I will turn it back over to Amanda before we wrap it up. So Amanda, are you on?
All good. You hear me, right?
It's kind of breaking up, but keep talking.
No. Yes. Okay. Technology got this going. Can you hear me?
Kind of. You're like breaking in and out.
Can you change rooms, Amanda?
Oh, thank you. Okay. I can try.
Wait, it's better now.
Is it?
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Better? Better? I'm going towards the Wi-Fi, guys.
There you go.
Is it better? For reals? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, hi. I'm Amanda Rodenbaugh. People call me Amanda for my name. I have been doing Plexus for about 2.5 years. I signed up under my sister, Sandra, probably 5 years ago. Skeptic, just watching my friends. Had one girlfriend who lost a lot of weight on it. I liked that. I was kind of just watching her. My husband was just telling me, you don't need that. You know, you can just work out, eat right. Tried a bunch of other stuff. Watching another friend who had lupus and other autoimmune issues, and I knew her prior to Plexus.
Can you get any closer to the Wi-Fi?
No. Hold on. I thought maybe my Wi-Fi wasn't on, but it is. I don't know. I'm sorry. Can you not hear me? No?
Now I can hear
Can
you.
you hear me? No? Oh my God. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know.
You had just walked through a spot that was working really well.
Sitting on the couch.
Okay, try that.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
What do you? Okay. You want me to keep going? Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm hearing you better now.
You are? Okay. Okay. Anyways, where was I? So, anyways, I watched these friends do it for a while. When I first started it, Sandra had the kind of results that she was having. So I thought, if it could do that for her, what could it do for me? Quickly, I started seeing benefits. I wanted to lose weight from my baby. My baby was about 5 years old. I needed to lose that 5-year baby weight. And I quickly started seeing weight loss. I lost probably 9 pounds in the first 3 weeks that I was doing it. So I was excited about that. But other stuff that I had no idea would happen is my soda addiction. Had a serious soda addiction, drinking, and I started noticing I wasn't finishing that soda, so that was awesome. Also, like my sister talked about earlier on her live video, being a momster, I was definitely a momster, really, really, really bad. Kids all my life, and then all of a sudden they were just so annoying to me. It was really, I was yelling a lot more than it should be. And that I was out all of a sudden. Fun mom. I wasn't tired anymore. I had a lot of probably had a lot of energy because I was telling me about all this interrupted sleep I was having. I didn't know I was awake, but my Fitbit awake all night long. So I started it was
Mandy, we're starting to lose you. I don't know if she can hear me. I think Mandy has an awesome story, and I'm so bummed that she's having technical difficulties. But I think for the sake of time and because we're having trouble hearing her, that we're going to go ahead and wrap up to our conclusion. So, Krista, do you want to pop back on to wrap us up, and then we'll just
feel it in the no, it's
poor Mandy. She's still talking. I don't think she can hear me. And maybe we'll just. Can you guys hear her? Is it just me? No. Okay. So I'm just gonna make the executive call, and we're gonna go ahead and mute her and put Krista back on to wrap us up.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, you've heard a lot of stories tonight and some that didn't get to be shared all the way, but, maybe you heard something that sparked an interest, or maybe you want to hear more. Maybe you're ready to jump all in. But I just have to ask, what if this was the thing that could kind of change everything for your health or for your finances, for your family? And you won't know until you try. So, right now is the best time to join Plexus. Our company is growing exponentially. Our product line is expanding, and we're truly living out what health and wellness and happiness is all about. So for those of you on the call, we have a very special offer for you. For the next 24 hours, we have a $20 off incentive. And this is really cool because actually right now, Plexus has an incentive going for new ambassadors. If you join with a $199 welcome pack, which the person that invited you to this call can explain more, right now until tomorrow night, they are $179. And we are offering an additional $20 off. So you are getting to join Plexus for free with because normally you would have to pay $39.95 to join as an ambassador. So you are getting $40 off through tomorrow night. There's no better time to join than right now. So if you are interested, get in contact with the person that invited you to this call, and they will share more of the details with you. And then we also have a 3-day sample giveaway for tonight. And I believe Sandra is going to do that. Sandra, right? Or Joran?
Hello. I am. I changed rooms, Anya. All right. Let's see here. I just need to know really quickly the potentials on the call. It's not ambassadors, people that are here just listening, that could potentially be on our team.
I know Ellen.
Ellen. Okay, Ellen. And then I did see
there's Elva and Sheree, Jamie, Tammy.
Okay, let me close
Kate.
this
On our team.
down.
No,
I'm
Sheree.
trying to open.
I had a friend, Janina, that was on for a little bit, but she had to go.
Exit full screen. Okay, I'm just going to pull up this class tools. Okay, can you tell me one more time? So I have Ellen and then Jamina. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I had a Janina. She was on, but she had to leave.
Okay, that's okay. And then who was the was there another one?
I don't know Sheree.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Sheree, I don't know.
Oh, Sheree's mine.
Okay.
Elva?
Say it again, Krista.
Elva?
Elva's ours, yeah.
Okay.
There was, I feel like there was one more, and then there was a 208 number, but.
Kate?
Yeah, there was a
Oh,
phone
Kate,
number on there,
yes.
too.
And Tammy. I don't know. Is Tammy on your guys'?
Tammy's ours too.
Okay.
Jamina, did I spell that right? I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Okay. Now I am. Okay, so I have Kate and Jamina, and does anybody, let's see. Kate is still on this call?
And Ellen.
And Ellen, okay. Okay. All righty, and then we're doing a 3-day, right, Joran? Joran's gone. She's out. I think we're going to do a 3-day sample to someone. So I'm going to spin the wheel. One.
I'm here. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to unmute myself there for a sec.
A 3-day, right, Joran? Is that what?
Yes.
We're doing? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Did I spell that right, Rachel?
It's Janina.
Oh man, don't show her this, okay? And I thought I saw a Jamie too. Did you guys see a Jamie, or that maybe that was Janina? Oh yeah, Jamie.
I don't know who that Jamie was.
Is that Jamie Bam?
I don't know. Jamie, can you unmute yourself? Well, hopefully we can find out who that is and get in touch with them. Okay, so Rachel, will you have Janina and you and message us and we will get her that freebie?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, Joran, did you have anything you wanted to end with?
Sorry. Oh, I'm not muted. I just want to end with thank you for being here tonight on the call with us. Thank you for giving us your time. And that goes for the ambassadors that were on the call tonight sharing their stories, the ambassadors that came to listen for support, and those who just came to learn. And hey, it's 9 o'clock West Coast time. So we did it, 1 hour. And thank you for being here. Please reach out to the person who invited you. We would love to share more. We would love to help you get started with one of those welcome packs. It really is an amazing deal, as Krista said. So please reach out with any questions, and I hope you guys have a great night. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.